rain. So it's an overcast day, not really beach weather, and we are in Trogir, and it's holiday, and so yeah, not going to talk about work and stuff like that, but I thought as we're here, show you a few highlights of Trogir. Nice little old town, about half an hour's drive from Split, and also just thrown a couple of holiday stories from years gone by that might provide some amusement. So let's go. So we walked about an hour and a quarter to get here today. Some of it was pretty, some of it not so much actually, surprisingly unpretty, as you can see. So Trogir is a little bit like the old town of Dubrovnik in that it's just small and mazy. Unlike the old town of Dubrovnik, as far as we know, this isn't a film set. Dubrovnik's been used for Game of Thrones and the new Star Wars and stuff like that. Here we just got told not to film. Music video being shot on this street. So that is the boat we could be catching to go back to where we're staying. We're not catching it, we're still deciding if we're going to actually eat something here or wander back and eat something back where we're staying. Often when we're here there are some really nice boats or yachts parked up. That's a ferry behind me. And there's nothing of any particular note up there. But it reminds me, one of the holiday stories I said I'd say, when we were in this part of the world last year, staying in a little campsite, where we went to the beach, we could see one of the great super yachts in the world at the moment called A, just A, capital A, look it up on the internet, and owned by a Russian billionaire, and just I think, like it's a Marmite type of boat. I think it's amazing. Really interesting psychological effect of watching a billionaire's yacht every day as you lay on the beach. It really encouraged me, you know, like, sea is the sea is the sea. He could take his boat anywhere in the world and plonk it there. He's got the money to do that. And he chose the same bit of coastline as we did, and kind of really added value to our budget holiday experience. I wasn't jealous or envious of someone having such ridiculous amounts of wealth to build what is supposed to be the most ludicrously extravagant boat. Just fun to think that someone who had that much money and could be anywhere in the world chose to be in exactly the same place we were, which granted was a very, very nice stretch of coastline. The unifying equalisation of the oceans, something like that. I don't know, if I was more awake I could think of a better, more impressive term, but yeah, food for thought nonetheless. So the other holiday story related to this part of the world, a couple of years ago we were staying somewhere a bit further down the coast, did a day trip into Split, and the skies became very, very heavy, very overcast, and we had to go in there to pick up something from a shop. The sky literally was like black, and a cyclone hit, which the newspapers reported the next day was of biblical proportions. And I had to drive an hour and a half down the coast road, which, if you know anything about the Croatian coast, is largely on the top of a cliff with a big drop down to the sea. Well, I don't know what the visibility was, but 10 metres maximum, and rain coming down just unbelievably hard, and the roads were like rivers. And I think in terms of a drive that I've done, the most terrifying drive, not the most terrifying incident I've ever had in a car or a van, but definitely the most terrifying drive. So today, when we were like, it's a bit too grey to really just sit on the beach, let's come in here. In the back of my mind it's like, are the heavens going to open? Are we going to be deluged? Today we are not driving, we're walking, and I think the decision is pancakes and then an hour and a quarter walk back to where we're staying. That's it for our video this week. Thanks very much for watching. Do rate, comment and subscribe if you like what you've seen, and remember, together we do adventure. See you next time. It's raining.